Welcome to BDB Platform 8.0. Workflow 2 will allow you to transform, enrich, load and analysis the sample data available in your account. Alternatively, you can also use your own data to try out this workflow. Let's do a quick data exploration on the sample data file available in the sandbox. If you want to explore the sample data file in the sandbox, you can skip the following steps and head to the data center. Go to the data center. Navigate to the sandbox section. Create a new data sandbox. Give the sandbox a name. Provide an appropriate description. Choose your data file. Upload your CSV/Excel data file. Once the data file is uploaded to the sandbox, the next step is to transform your data using the built-in data transform. Here we already have a sample transformation in data preparation. We'll use this transformation in data pipeline workflow. Now, from the app menu, click on the pipeline plugin. In the list of pipelines, a sample data pipeline workflow is already created. Click on the View Pipeline to see the streamline workflow. Hover over the Sandbox Reader component to view its details. You can find the Sandbox Reader component in the Readers section on the left side of the screen. To use the component, drag and drop it onto the canvas and click on it to open the property palette. In the Basic Information tab, choose the invocation type, real-time or batch. In the Meta Information tab, select the network type, write queries, and add column filters. Also, select a sandbox file and file type. Click Save Component in Storage to save the component. When successful, the message Component Properties Saved will appear. To create a new event, click on the Event panel and click the plus icon. A new event screen will pop up. Provide a display name for the event. Select Event Duration in the menu. If it's not required, you can skip this step. Provide the number of partitions and outputs. Click on Add Event to save it. On the right panel, you can see all the created events. To access event properties, click on the event, and the property palette will appear. In the Meta Info tab, select Meta Info to check the data Meta Info. In the Preview tab, select Preview to view data preview, and add/save the event. To use the data preparation component from the Transformations menu on the left, drag and drop it onto the canvas. Click on the component, and the property palette will appear. In the Basic Information tab, choose the invocation type, real-time or batch. In the Meta Information tab, select Data Center Type, Data Sandbox, Sandbox Name, Hiring Data, and select Preparations from the drop-down menu. Click Save Component in Storage to save the component. When successful, the message Component Properties Saved will appear. Similarly, select the Data Quality event and repeat the same steps. To use the SQL component from Transformations from the left menu, drag and drop it onto the canvas. Click on the component, and the property palette will appear. In the Basic Information tab, choose the invocation type, real-time. In the Meta Information tab, select Deployment Types, Spark, select Query Type, Batch Query, and write the query in the Query panel. Click Save Component in Storage to save the component. When successful, the message Component Properties Saved will appear. To use the DB Writer component from Writers menu on the left, drag and drop it onto the canvas. Click on the component, and the property palette will appear. In the Basic Information tab, choose the invocation type, real-time. In the Meta Information tab, provide the following details. Host IP address, clickhouse.clickhouse. Port, 8123. Username a password. Database name/table name. Driver, select ClickHouse. Save mode, append. Add column filters. Click Validate Connection to validate. Click Save Component in Storage to save the component. When successful, the message Component Properties Saved will appear. Click Update Pipeline from the top menu. Click the play button from the top to activate the pipeline. Go to the home screen. Go to the data center. Select Data Store Metadata. Click New, Data Store Metadata from the drop-down. Meta Store Details, provide details of data store name and select collection name. Click Next. The platform will automatically create measures, dimensions, and time attributes, but you can change them if needed. Click Next. In the Hierarchy Definition section, select the fields for hierarchy drill down. In the Data Restrictions section, add any data restrictions that need to be applied. Click Finish. If the data store is saved successfully, you will see a message that says Metadata Store has been saved successfully. Let's create a story using the BDB platform. Here's how. Navigate to the menu. Select the story icon. It will open the Create New Story screen. Add a name for the story. Add a description for the story. Select the existing data store. Choose the data store that you created. Click on the Create Story button. Drag and drop dimensions and measures to start exploring the data. Let's select name, previous CTC, and offered CTC. Look at that. It created a chart for me to compare CTC. Now let's update this chart by configuring properties such as order, order by, and limiting it to 10. You can add a chart title and description and save it. You can also resize the chart based on your needs. Let's create another view by clicking on the plus icon. Let's select another measure and dimension, such as team and monthly salary. Now, let's change the aggregation type for monthly salary by clicking on the 3 dots on the measure and changing the aggregation to mean instead of sum. Let's give this chart a proper title and save the view, resize it based on the need, and save the story. You can create different views by repeating these steps. You can also perform a search by clicking on the search icon on the right side panel. In the data search panel, you can type your query in natural language, and it will give you output in a chart, which you can change based on your needs. You can also save this search and add it to your story. This is how you can quickly perform data exploration using the BDB platform. That's it. You are now ready to explore your data using BDB platform. We hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you.